Hi. Hello there. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you will leave me a comment and let me know who you are when you chime in to let me know where you're from. I am Kelly Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lubbock, Texas. My cards are going wild here. And today I'm just going to give you a quick overview of my Christmas card making kickoff that starts at noon. So I'm going to go through this quickly so I can finish prepping for that class. I'm so excited to have ladies come in today. You know, we all everybody makes a resolution the next year I'm going to start Christmas cards earlier, right? Ever been there? Yeah. Like every year I say that, and I'm doing it this year, and I'm encouraging some of my Create with Kelly crew members to do the same. So whether you can come in the Lubbock area, I've got a class today, and then I'm planning one on the 29th also. I had some people who couldn't come today, and I'm going to try to do that next Saturday. And then I will also have class to go kits available for you to pick up, or I can mail. So if you are interested, please let me know in the comments, or you can send me an email at kelly@createwithkelly.com. And that has Kelly, K-E-L-L-E-Y, like it is on the screen. So thanks a lot for tuning in. As I said, I'm not going to officially make the cards, but I'm going to show you how I kind of put together these 12 cards and why I made the decisions I made on how to cut the DSP and what folds to use and all that. So most of them, actually, I think 10 of the cards are basically the same fold, but they may have a little bit different cuts of DSP. They do have a little bit different cuts. And then these two folds are different, the two that you're looking at now. So I'm going to go through those quickly. And please leave a comment. Let me know who you are, like I said, and that you're watching. And if you haven't done this yet, if you're on Facebook, you're going to show up just as Facebook user, unless you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. And that's all you have to do is give StreamYard permission to view your comments. And now I can see who you are. Otherwise, you can still make a comment and I'll just have to refer to you as Facebook user. Either way, I'm glad you're watching. I am glad you're commenting and letting me know where you're from and who you are. I have one Facebook user there. Happy Saturday to you too. So glad you've tuned in. And Janice, thank you for tuning in. Would love to have you at a class soon. I keep seeing you on board here and would love to see you in person. So we're going to go through quickly, like I said, and I'll kind of give you some of the measurements and some of the reasoning that I did what I did on the cards. And if you will go to my MailChimp, if you'll go to createwithkelly.com, that's my blog. If you'll sign up there, subscribe to my blog on the createwithkelly.com page, then I am going to be posting a chart, figuring out how to do a PDF attached that shows how to put all these 12 cards together if y'all want to do that at home on your own. So I'm happy to share that to all my subscribers. You just need to subscribe on my createwithkelly.com. Thank you so much, and I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel that's Create with Kelly Pitts, and my Facebook channel, which is not really a channel, it's more of a page. Create with Kelly is my page, and then I also have a group where our Create with Kelly crew members share their inspirations and their creations. So would love to have you in that group too. So that's all I have, and I'm going to go through these cards real quickly because I have to finish prepping for a class at noon. So I just didn't want to leave you out today. Okay. We are starting with the main part of this whole class that I'm doing is the one horse open sleigh DSP. Let me hold that up where you, whoops, let me switch my camera over. Hang on. There you go. Okay. Now we can see it a lot better. One horse open sleigh, and this has 48 sheets for each of 12 designs. So that's why we have 12 cards. It has 48 sheets in the pack, and the item number is 162118, and it has gone out of stock and come back into stock, and I'm not sure if it's back in or out now, but it will be available again definitely before Christmas. But getting it early and getting started early certainly helps, and you can make a lot of cards quickly. So I'm going to show you this fold that I've used a lot of different times. And that is, okay, we are, in fact, I've got my little chart here. On this one with the little red cabins, this particular page, you score at 1 5/8 and 2 3/4, 5 3/4, and 6 7/8. So that's where those scores are. And they're going to be valley, mountain, mountain, valley. Okay. And then the DSP strips, this one is cut at, first, on all your DSP strips, I would cut either the top or the bottom or a little bit off of each. And I'm going to tell you what I did based on that particular piece of paper. And I like things not exactly in the center of the card. So I tried to make this work where that wasn't right, totally centered. And I cut this. The reason I didn't use the other folds that I'm going to use on most of the cards is it was going to cut this cabin in half. And I just didn't want to do that. I just thought it was really pretty like it is. So I didn't do that. So I have, as you can see here, this paper lines up about right there. So I took 1/4 inch off the top, and then I took 3/8 of an inch off the bottom. Okay, 1/4 inch off the top and 3/8 of an inch off the bottom. And then some of the strips we use elsewhere and some of them we don't. So I'll let you know kind of as we go along. And so cut those strips off first, and then you'll cut your paper at 1 1/2. And then you will cut it at 2 7/8 for this section. So 1 1/2, 2 7/8. And then this one is going to be a little bit wide to fit here. So that's got to be cut back to 1 1/2 inches. So you're going to shave 1/8 of an inch off of this side of that panel. So you've got, make your top and bottom cut first, then cut on the left at 1 1/2, then cut 2 7/8. And then this will be a little over 1 1/2. So shave that little bit off the left-hand side, probably about 1/8 of an inch or so. All right. That's that card. And then you'll have a white piece on the back, and the white size is 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. All right. So it'll be the same size as this one, basically. All right. So I wanted this to, with this front like this, seeing it will fold flat, to go in an envelope. So I wanted this to go almost to the top and bottom because it goes side to side. I didn't want to waste any of the cardstock, any of the DSP. So that's why I made this one 5 3/8 tall. All right. So a lot of them are 5 1/4, but this one and the next couple are 5 3/8. All right. That's all of that card. Pretty. And it stands like that for display. And then you'll have a white piece on the back to write your message. Yay. Isn't this great? Okay. Quick and easy. Then we've got this card, which is a totally different color scheme, but also would work for anybody who likes nature. And you open it up and look at that cute little deer. Isn't he darling? Little Bambi baby, right? Pretty, pretty, pretty. And it opens like that. So this is a different fold also, but it's not a hard fold. It's just a little bit different than the other one. So here we have scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Easy peasy. We make a lot of cards that way. Let's see if I can get, there we go. 4 1/4. Okay. So this is a simple little Z fold. You can tell there's a Z. And then it looks like there's a fold here, but there's not. That's just one panel. Okay. And your DSP here, as you can see, here's the deer piece. So we cut off some off the bottom. Did we cut it all? Let me look. Yes. You cut 5/8 of an inch off the bottom, and that will leave you 5 3/8. And I changed it. This one is at 5 1/4, but I decided this one could be all the way to 5 3/8 because I'm not using this back piece on anything. That's what dictated a lot of them, is because I decided which ones I wanted strips for that would go on another card. And I did not use these strips, so it can go the full length, the 5 3/8. So you've got, each of these is 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, and the white piece is 2 inches. And they are 5 3/8. So each piece 2 by 5 3/8. And you'll cut, all of this will be cut off the bottom. That's what I recommend. Cut 5/8 inch off the bottom and leave the top. All right. And that makes him a really cute spot. And then you just pay attention to where you want your tag. And I forgot to show you those that I used. I made it simple for the class so that I just did the same exact tag with the same exact sentiment for everything. This one's called Tailor Made Tags Dies. Okay. 155563. That's that tags. And then I used the Merry Christmas from the Hope and Peace set, because I didn't want to cover up much of the DSP. Whoop, let me give you the number in case you're interested in that. 159773. And this was in our mini catalog last year, and they have carried it over. So if it's not in the catalog this time, it is in the online store. I can't remember which one it is, but you can find it in my online store. You'll be able to find that. Okay, so that's easy peasy on the deer. All righty. Next, we've got this piece. Isn't that pretty? So a lot of different color variations in this DSP, but they're all outdoor landscapey scenes, and they're all realistic. So I didn't really want to put something animated, or I don't know, like a cartoony. I didn't really want to add any of that on here. So this is that card, and I added a little label. You could do that with a punch. You could do it with any of your label dies. I just thought this was really soft and pretty, but I wanted a little pop of dark to make that stand out a little more. And I don't have any added strips over here like we do on some cards. So the rest of the folds are all going to be this same fold. This is 1.5 inches and 4 1/4. So easy peasy, 1.5 inches, 4 1/4. And of course, all these are 5 1/2, the card bases. I didn't really say that, but they're all 8.5 by 5 1/2. Okay, now this DSP, I didn't want to cut this gate. I felt like that was an important part of the scene. And I liked the way these two pieces went together with the little blue there. And so I added that in here. You could add any sentiment you wanted. This one came from the same Hope and Peace set. But you could add anything there you wanted, or just leave it all for writing your message. Okay. And this one is 2 inches. So you cut 2 inches off of your DSP after you cut the top or bottom. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. Let's look. I did 5/8 off of the bottom. I felt like the sky, there was a lot less sky there than there was foreground. So instead of taking any off here, I took it all off the bottom. And I took 5/8 of an inch off the bottom and left this 5 3/8 because I didn't use the back on anything. So we're good with that on the offcuts. Okay, does that make sense? 2 inches, which leaves you 4 inches there. And that's all there is to that one. All right. Then we have a beautiful A-frame cabin. I'm so looking forward. I get to go to Ruidoso soon. This just reminds me of that. My friends have a place up there, and I get to go every once in a while. It's very exciting. But I'm not ready for winter yet. I'm just saying, but cooler would be nice. It's been pretty hot here in Lubbock, Texas. Okay. And I'm not sure, did I introduce myself earlier? I'm so excited about getting to show you all these. Kelly Pitts with Stampin' Up! Since 2005. Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So just in case I hadn't introduced myself. Glad to have y'all here. Okay, this is how the piece started. And again, I decided I wanted to do this fold so that I maximize the cabin, because a lot of the folds I've seen cut the cabin in half, and I didn't want that. So I didn't. So I thought the trees were lit up really pretty here. And I did use Wink of Stella on these. I would say use a Wink of Stella on every card. It really makes a difference. And I outlined the little die with Wink of Stella to give it a little shimmer, little shine. How about that? And then I used linen thread on all of them. So this is the same 2 inch. You cut it. Okay, let's see if we cut the top or the bottom. Let's look at this. I think I cut both on this because I wanted to use the back strips. So you'll see this on another card. All right, so we're going to cut, I'll tell you right here. I cut 3/8 inch off the top and 3/8 inch off the bottom, both. So I had two little skinny strips of this that you will see elsewhere. And then just cut it at 2, which left 4. That's it. So the white piece on this one is A-frame 2.5 by 5 1/4. 2.5 by 5 1/4. So all of these pieces have to be 5 1/4 because I'm using the top piece 3/8 and the bottom piece 3/8 on another card, this offcut side. Okay, so some of them couldn't be the 5 3/8. They had to be 5 1/4 just because I was using the back. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have a question, you're welcome to contact me about that. Okay, there's that card. Then, and anybody, I mean, anybody can make these cards. They are simple, especially if you get a kit from me where I do most of the work for you and you just glue them on. Heck of a deal. All right. This card is a really unique view. It's kind of an overhead view of a forest area, a bare forest area. But with some little, I guess, rabbit tracks or something. But I used the Wink of Stella generously on this one, as you can see. And then I've got 2 strips here. That actually came from the back side of this one. This is the only one that the little offcut strips came from the same piece of paper. But this one I liked. If you'll just have to make your tracks go across. If you want it to look exactly like this, hold your paper with your tracks across. And then I cut all of this. I think I cut that all off the bottom. Let me look here. Nope. 3/8 inch off the top, 3/8 inch off the bottom. Yeah, see? Because I would use these 2 strips. So anytime you're using those 2 strips of paper that are on the reverse side of the DSP, you'll need to cut 3/8 off the top and 3/8 off the bottom. So all of your pieces here will be 5 1/4 tall. Okay. So on all of the rest of them, they're all these same sizes where we've scored it still. We scored it at 1.5, 4 1/4. And then the DSP is cut at 2 3/4. So this piece is 2 3/4. And then you'll cut this one at 1 1/8. And that will leave this one at 2 3/8. Okay, so let me double check. 2 1/8. Oh, 2 1/8. No. Yeah, 2 1/8. Yes. Okay, so 2 3/4, 1 1/8, 2 1/8. And then your white piece is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so there's that beautiful card. Isn't that cool how that coordinates? This is really, I love this fold that you get to use the entire piece of the 6x6. So you don't waste any of it. Isn't that lovely? Okay, next card. And here we go. Here's that piece. And you can tell here we cut part of the top and part of the bottom. So 3/8 off the top, 3/8 off the bottom, because we were using those 2 strips on another card. Okay, so here's the trees one. Isn't that lovely? With the little fence falling down. Just really looks like winter. So that could be a winter birthday. It doesn't have to, they don't have to be Christmas cards. They can be just winter occasion cards. All right. So we're going to do the same thing. It's the cardstock is scored at 1.5 and 4 1/4. And then the DSP pieces are 2 3/4. 1 1/8, 2 1/8, and that leaves the white piece is 1 3/4. And these are 5 1/4 tall because you're cutting the 3/8 off the top and bottom to use those strips. Okay. And then these strips came from another card. So I'm using the background strips on different cards that I felt like coordinated the best with it. All right. Then we're going to the next one. Same fold. Inch and 1.5 and 4 1/4 is where the cardstock is scored. And then we've got, let's see, does this go all the way up? Nope. Okay. And I use the back. Okay. So we cut off 3/8, cut off 3/8. So all these are 5 1/4. So you, again, you have 2 3/4, 1 1/8, 2 1/8, and the white piece is 1 3/4. And these are all 5 1/4 tall. Okay. Because we're going to use the back of this on something else. And of course, this strip came from another card. Yay. Pretty. And next we have the fox card. Whoops. I'm messing myself up here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Here's the fox paper. Isn't that lovely? Just beautiful. And this one I did on copper clay as the base, but I really like Cajun Craze better. I think it makes the fox pop more, but either one are pretty. So you could use either copper clay or Cajun Craze. Same fold. 1.5 inches, 4 1/4. And then on the fox card, did I use the back? Yes, I used the back. You can see that. That was on that previous card. And so we cut 3/8 inch off, 3/8 inch off, which means all of these are 5 1/4 tall. And you're going to have the same 2 3/4, 1 1/8, 2 1/8, and 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 tall. And then I just used a little wink of Stella. Easy peasy. And then added the crumb cake strips from another card. I just thought that pattern complemented these trees really well. That just looked like that to me, that texture. So pretty. And we're ready for the next one. Moving right along. And this is a Misty Moonlight base. And here we have kind of a frozen lake looking scene, I think. Same thing. Misty Moonlight scored at 1.5 and 4 1/4. The DSP is, let me get that centered a little bit better. I guess you don't have to have that. Okay, let me see which I did on this one. Where are my trees? Okay, looks like I cut it all off the top. So we used, we cut, let's see, this is the 3/4 off the top. So I cut a 3/4 inch strip off the top of this and then left this at the 5 1/4. So that's going to be 2 3/4, 1 1/8, 2 1/8, 1 3/4, and they're all 5 1/4 tall. So we have that larger border. There's a pretty one. And then this is the back off of another strip that we've cut off. So you kind of, some of them I really like the way the wider strip looked on the card, and some of them I like the 2 skinny strips. And some were dictated by how I wanted to cut this. So whatever's on the back of here, this wood, maybe I decided I needed the full amount on the other card. So you have to look at the front and the back before you make the decision of which way you're going to cut it. If this is going to be 5 1/4 tall or 5 3/8 inch tall. Okay, there we go. And so I'm just mounting these with dimensionals, mounting those labels, and you mount them in different places wherever it works best with your particular scene on that card. All right, next we have this one. That is a lovely scene. Remember when I showed you that green background earlier, the green with the pattern? Isn't that cool? So it really brings out the green in these trees. And this is really the only one that has the green trees. So I thought that worked well together. What do y'all think? You know, I'm going to ask you your favorite card at the end. So you're going to have to keep that in your head. See which one's your fave. I would love to know. Okay. Here's this one. Let's see. What did we do? So that we wouldn't cut the top of the green tree off, we cut everything off the bottom. So we cut, let me see if we used the back. Yes, we did. So we had that in strips. So we cut 3/4 inch off the bottom and left that at 5 1/4. So 5 1/4, and then you'll have that 3 inch, that 5/8 5/8, no, 3/4 inch. Sorry, 3/4 is what you'll use on a different card. And then it's the same one. This is pecan pie background, 1.5 inches, 4 1/4. This again is 2 3/4, 1 1/8, 2 1/8. And this is 1 3/4, and they're all 5 1/4 tall. Pretty again. I really loved how that green pattern worked. And I probably would have chosen a different background color than the pecan pie, but that seemed to work best with this color that's in that pattern. So that's why I chose that. Okay. Now we're ready for a fun one that has a little sunset colors. Isn't that lovely? So you can tell by this that I cut it off the bottom. I cut the 3/4 off the bottom, leaving 5 1/4. Isn't that pretty with the sunset and all that blending? It's just gorgeous. And then it has the little pop of the red leaves. So I used a little strip of the red. I tried a full strip, and I tried 2 red strips, and it was just too much, in my opinion. I just wanted that little taste of the red to bring up the red in those leaves. And really, they're probably just as much Cajun Craze. You could use a strip of that if you wanted, whatever, if you didn't have this red strip from another card. But the red strip I just glued down directly on there, right underneath here. So not even all that skinny strip is showing. And it's still, this is Misty Moonlight background, 1.5 inches, 4 1/4 is where that's scored. And then the DSP is 2 3/4, 1 1/8, 2 1/8. And the white piece is 1 3/4. And they're all 5 1/4. Okay. There we go. There's that one. Now we're getting close to the end here, peeps. I think this might be the last one. Okay, I believe this is number 12. So does anybody else see Cocapelli there? You know, the whoops, what happened? Can y'all let me know in the comments what happened to my camera here? I don't know. Are y'all seeing a black box? I've never had this happen before. I don't know. Are y'all seeing everything? It looks like a black hole to me. Could somebody let me know in the comments if that suddenly went away for y'all like it did for me? I am not sure what to do about that black box. I don't know how to fix that. I've never had that happen. It's on my screen. My phone screen is still on. And I'm still in the stream here. Let's see. Let me switch totally. Let me get this. Whoops, nope, that didn't work. Okay, that one. I am baffled. Let's see if it switches. Nope, still stays dark. Ooh, people. Well, I do not know what could have happened there. I don't think I touched my phone weird or anything. I'm going to take it off the rack here, and I may just have to hold this one up and show it to you. Let's see where we are. Okay, now we're back. I don't know what happened. I was just sitting here. Goodness gracious. Okay. Now the camera's a different spot. Sorry about that, peeps. It just suddenly went dark. So get that where you can see again. Feels like it's just so stiff. It's not even moving my little stand here. Okay. Anyway, to me, that little branch looks like Cocopelli. If y'all are familiar with that, if y'all are from the Southwest like we are, New Mexico, Texas, all that area. Anyway, this is Lost Lagoon for the card base. And, well, it's just, let me see if it's the battery. I'm fixing to just, at least y'all saw that one. Oh my gosh. People. Well, we're just going to switch it to, what is happening? Okay, last try. We're giving up after this. Okay, here we go. Let's quickly do it. I won't touch anything. I can't see comments now. Hang on. Let me switch my, get back to where I was. Good grief. Exit full screen. Okay, now. Okay, this is Lost Lagoon, and it's scored like the rest of them, 1.5, 4 1/4, and the DSP is 2 3/4, 1 1/8, 2 1/8, and this is 1 3/4, and this is all by 5 1/4 because I cut 3/4 inch off the bottom of this one, and then we'll use that on a different card. So there are, well, we actually used it on the back here. I cut, nope, it's a different card. Okay, so there we have it. There are the 12 cards. Sorry for the problem in the middle. Don't know what caused that. I'll try to see what I can do about that. Hello, Kathy. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all let me know which card is your favorite. Do you have a favorite out of all those? I can't get them all on the screen, I'm quite sure. So I appreciate you tuning in, and I'm going to have to leave you so that I can finish prepping for my class at noon. I am so glad y'all have tuned in. Hope you'll share with your crafty friends, and please subscribe to my blog at createwithkelly.com. And if you're interested in doing this class with all 12 cards in a kit, or you can do multiples, because you can knock out a bunch of Christmas cards in a hurry if you do 12, 24, 36, 48, because you can actually get 48 of these cards out of this one pack of DSP. So I highly recommend it, and thank you so much for tuning in. If anybody have any questions, I don't see any. Sorry about the little black box problem. Never had that happen. So thanks again for tuning in. Hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Fun times ahead. Bye-bye.